All right. Gosh, Cyber Dragon, if only I could figure out a way to get you... Hold on, Cyber Dragon. Of course, you just think I'm crazy because I'm talking to Cyber Dragon, and myself to a degree. But I meant this friend, if I can just loop him around, pose him at the camera, right, and then we could just kind of take a picture. Does that count? Are you Cyber Dragon-y enough? Come on, Cyber Dragon, you've got this, you've got this. Well, maybe not. We'll let him take a little nap. Poor friend. Poor friend. It is that crazy guy who talks to cards. I am wearing a Duel Academy shirt. All right, friends, we made it. We're alive. I don't know how. I don't know how this happened. But we did make it back. All right, I am going to save that picture for later. Cyberdragon.jpg. But yeah, everything is back to normal. We have made it around the world and back again, thankfully. And just, you know, do some pickup duels, talk about some of the Comic-Con craziness, the stories, a little show and tell, etc. On a little earlier than I usually am, thank goodness. Grab all those gems. Got... Do I have 490? No, I still need 40 more gems in order to buy one of the Millennium Shop items. But let me go ahead and move this over here, and I will put us back into Duel School. Gonna be playing Enneacraft tonight. Have not picked up enough cards from the new set in order to play Pumpkin. I really want to play Pumpkin, but I cannot. Because, you know, you might need the cards for that. Whoops! But hopefully you guys are doing okay. Again, it is nice to be back in headquarters. I haven't been home very often this month. I was like 4? No, don't even use that. Just very often. Very often. And I'm going to regionals this Sunday, actually. So we're going to get right back into the craziness pretty fast. Oh, quiet pheromone. Nobody asked you. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Just to be like, hello. Have you considered Dimensional Fissure and an Enneacraft scale? Bonk. Comic-Con, really good time. Maybe one of the most, like, I always think every time I do, yep, there we go, scoop. Because that's just not what most decks are ready to deal with. They're not there for all that. So we will collect some easy, low, like, dense. Now, I was at Diamond 4. I did derank down to Diamond 5, so we do have some work to do. I want to try to at least get Master 5 before the end of the month, which is Friday. How did this happen? Ooh, let me go Foist. But yeah, just an incredible experience. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that hasn't escaped the light of day. And by the way, hello, Orcolith. And say hello to everybody here. Hello, Captain. Hello, the almighty Vox 2. And hello, anybody who might be watching me on the YouTube side of things. I know you exist. I will play a scale. Bonk. Pay 9. Nobody wants to play. It's not like they made this deck like any better or any worse. I do think the Phydralis Harmonia makes this deck like slightly worse, but not by much. It's just like, what if everybody played Ghost Ogre like they should have been playing Ghost Ogre? All right, activate. Hopefully you've all been doing well in your various corners of the world. If you don't remember how this deck works, I am effectively paying 900 a lot for the express purpose of having the privilege of paying 900 life points. What happens is, when I pay 900 life points and reveal 3 cards, I just pick the same 3 cards, and then my opponent has to add one of those to my hand, so I always get what I want. And then I use all that card advantage to overwhelm my opponent, even though my life points are low. The deck still feels like it's doing something. But we're running out of the need to do anything. The Pot of Desires obviously is way +2, so I will go ahead and get that. And so we're going to shuffle all of these wonderful colors and shapes back into the deck, and then draw a whole new hand of cards, and then maybe get a Vanity's Fiend from there. But we'll get that Enneacraft Rebirth, the illusion of choice. Get on the left one if you're trying to be nice. All right, so here we go. Enneacraft Rebirth for 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we still have the Pot of Desires to draw even more cards after that. So, Shuffle Obligus and draw 2. That's pretty good. So activate Dimensional Fissure. And at this point, Pot of Desires. Banish. Banish. Draw 2. Ooh, that's nice. It doesn't get us anywhere. So we're going to go... Did anybody not activate their effect? No, you activated your effect. And you activated your effect. So we'll activate. And we still have the Max C, although we can't use the Max C. So we're going to do like some weird stuff. We're going to like set a Dimension Shifter. And we're just going to pretend that we have more cards than we do. Which is one of my favorite things to do. Because at least Dimension Shifter's a body. And then I'll set some additional cards. So, catching everybody up. My big top secret thing I was doing, because I'm always doing something silly, is that previously on New York Comic-Con, I did have what I would consider a privilege of being able to dress as Seto Kaiba while working, because that's the only work I want to do is dressed as this fine gentleman. As I scroll over in reality, right? There's Seto, and I think because this is a Fiendsmith deck, we're actually going to change one of our monsters, and we're just going to... Do I want to just destroy their monster? You know, I could destroy their monster, and then we'll leave the Atoriamar for later. So I'm activating the effect, which is fine. They could chain something. That's okay. But, and hello, friend. Good to see you, too. Oh, hey, incoming. Wait a sec. Where's the incoming? Hold on, I'm going to make that work because I didn't see it. Hit refresh. Did it start doing weird stuff on Streamlabs? Well, I know you love animations that recognize you for your efforts. I'm going to try to do just that. So he dropleted, which was always going to be the case when we still have the Atoriamar. Oh, it does look like it's disconnected. Okay, so that's in. Why didn't it show me? Testing, not real. Okay, that was real. Well, no, that wasn't real. It was an old one. Why? Oh, it was a watch streak. Okay, for some reason I thought there was a sub. My bad, Josh, because I just saw stuff on the screen. My bad. But it's good to see you. It has been, because I had been gone for 7 days, and I was back for like a day, and then I was gone for another week, and then I wasn't able to come back, so on and so forth. Yes, me. I do exist. I am real. But yeah, Light Fiend was not able to be taken off the field. I guess we're just like relying on a Atoriamar to like flip all this down, and we're fine. I mean, the fact that we had Dimensional Fissure for a while is helpful. But I guess I'll Max C from now, because I'm like, well, thanks, friend. Now I'll draw some cards. Can you imagine running 2? Oh, well, maybe not. My Pot of Desires will resolve. All right, let's talk about the adventures. So if you haven't been keeping up with me all month, because I know there's a lot of people who aren't on social media, so they don't, like, know. They just kind of check in on the stream. Like, oh, man, where you been? I'm like, okay, well, let me educate the class. So first up, as we just kind of wait for our opponent to do stuff because there's not a lot we can do on our end. I was at the North American World Championship Qualifier casting with Joji Orlando, who I always have to have a good laugh about because he's in one of my first YouTube videos. And I like didn't ask him. I just like stole the clip, stole the deck list, etc. And that's always been funny to me. And then, you know, obviously fist bumping with Blackluster Soldier was really cool. And then me, you know, pretending to be Summon Skull. And every one of these each day was always based. It was Summon Skull, Blackluster Soldier, Magician, and Dark Chaos, etc. And then, you know, we wrapped things up. And we got a little bit of a break. And then, all of a sudden, I'm on the way to Comic-Con. Yeah, no, we were definitely... I love it. Call us the Blitz Click because we destroyed this token. That's a highbrow Yu-Gi-Oh! Joke if I ever thought of one. But... this mess ended up going to San Diego Comic-Con, and I had the unique privilege of getting to dress as Mr. Maximilian Pegasus. Don't worry, you're not missing anything on the duel, I promise. They're just comboing and doing stuff. And this, I mean, I already got to be Seto Kaiba, but this was something that very much, I think, fits me, because people don't react to me. Because, you know, Seto Kaiba is thought to be a very big deal, but people react to me in a completely different way with Pegasus there. And so the Konami booth, great time, great staff. Really cool sights to see from extended art cards. And all the giant Mulcharmy plushies. They're so big. Didn't get one. Didn't get one because they can only be won as prizes. And I didn't win. I tried, actually. I got a few pins. And the pins were cool. Do I have the pins? Those are really nice pins. Like, I could plan some outfits around these pins. Yes. Yes, I did. By the way, I'm still dueling. Nothing's happening. So, let me swap to where we can see the duel. You can also see the pins, too. That's why we're trying to prevent light fiends. By the way, look at that field. Thank goodness I still have the Atorimar to flip all that face down during the damage step. But from previous Konami Comic-Con pins, see if I can find one. I think I've got some. Nope, that's all just dice. Where is... Oh, here's a Comic-Con pin. So in previous years, they were more like buttons. And you might be like, what's the difference between a button and a pin, Pharaoh? I'm like, I don't know. I'm tangled up in strings. But 10. So the buttons are a little flat, and they have like a rounded edge, and they still have really great arts, right? Like the blue eyes there. But the new ones, not only are they like tournament relevant, and when I say tournament relevant, I mean, oh, turn off the tracking. Here we go. Perfect, perfect. We've got stuff like Mulcharmy Fuwalos. Come on, Fuwalos. There you go, right? And it's got like this nice little metallic edge to it. So this is very like stable, which is really cool. And so, yeah, there was Mulcharmy Fuwalos and Dark Magician Girl. I think I actually do have one of each now. So Dark Magician Girl, I think I got in the last one, I think, when I tried because I got the pin prize on every single one. And everyone's like, man, I got the pin prize. I'm like, yes, I got the pin prize, because you know when I think of pins, they are the compass for an entire outfit here. By the way, speaking of compass, I think mine is pointing south because I lost this duel after losing all my monsters. But yeah, Cupsy Yummy. It's okay. We're winners in our hearts. And we will come back to that in just a second. And then the last one, which I thought was appropriate, is Tour Guide from the Underworld, which I guess is a little loose, so it's rotating as I rotate it. So those were all 4 of the different pin prizes. Really happy for that, which means I could wear these at future events. And maybe I could be a Mulcharmy, or maybe I could be Cupsy Yummy, or maybe I can be Tour Guide or Dark Magician Girl. We shall see. But speaking of being things, yeah, I did get to cosplay Pegasus' dream come true. Certainly just a rare, privilege. I know that the Toon cards are coming out in November now since they just announced it today. But I can't wear that on the broadcast, so don't ask me, although it would be fun. But speaking of which, it's just, and there was something, somebody mentioned, like, are you an employee of Konami? They said, I'm like, no, I'm not a Konami employee. I'm going to even read the tweet. I'm a dueling philosopher who has been at it since the early 2000s when I looked like this picture. And this kid would be amazed how much the dueling scene has grown since then, both collectively and through individual duels making their dreams come true. And I am, because this kid wanted to cosplay. And man, did this kid get to cosplay. And so, again, beautiful time. A lot of these wonderful micro interactions that don't show up on like just a single tweet. So I'm going to try to track some of these down. Let me find, which element is this? This is this one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to pull that up real fast. Thank you, by the way. For you saying peak, that's exciting. That is quite exciting. No, you're right. I do just show up and break in. Okay, so check out what you have, Josh, real fast. Opening link. Oh, nice, the Splendid Venus. Speaking of Duel Academy cards, that is cool, actually. Are you going to use it in a deck, or is that just kind of a happy accident there? And yes, you did get a 10-game watch streak, which is pretty impressive considering how often I was able to stream this month. Okay, so we're going to go to Instagram. Instagram. It was warm there, too, by the way. If that's any reference, man, was it just so warm. This was a funny video that just like somebody who's always at the booth. Not like in a bad way. They're a duelist who wants to duel the Masters, and we have like World Championship competitors there. This was, I thought, really funny, of just a really quick TikTok style video that we put together. It's not a TikTok, because it's on Instagram, but it feels like a TikTok. Here, I will put this in the center so it doesn't drive anyone crazy. No. Wait. Yeah, bro did turn you into a card. Yes. Yes, bro did turn you into a card. So little micro interactions like that. And so, you know, my actual job when I'm there is I'm teaching people how to duel and I'm getting stuff done. And it is such a great time. It really is just like such a wild, great time. And you get to see like so many different cross sections of so many different duelist experience. And so for someone like me who wants to just like talk to duelists from all over the place, it's such a privilege. Like, it's so good. And yeah, no, it was warm. That's the warmest I've ever been in a Yu-Gi-Oh costume. And I went to the desert, believe it or not. But yeah, just really, really, really cool. And so it was 5 days straight. So, you know, obviously on vacation there, but still got, you know, a little bit done here and there, including figuring out what deck I want to play for regionals. And I'm not going to give any details away other that I am legit playing tunes at the regional. And I don't mean the new tunes. I'm playing the old tunes. So I am playing tunes. And that's all you're going to get. And I'll do more of that. Because on August, I want to vlog a little bit more. So I've got a few friends who are driving up with me to the regional. And that's going to free me up because I'm not the one driving. And I don't have to navigate or do anything like that. So I can just like focus on that. And so I want to tell the tale of what it's like for long form regionals and stuff like that to make that trip out of state, get in the car, make it affordable, not a big deal, etc. So that's exciting. I will play tunes now and not when they're actually good. Sorry, that took way too long to swallow. My apologies. But yeah, no, just overall, just a really good time. Oh, good to see you, by the way, Jackson. I do see you on the YouTube side of things. I'm going first. But I've been busy. I'm missing phone calls and unable to hang out, etc. just because I am just like all over the place. And I mean that for everybody. But yeah, it's been a really good time. It's been a distinct privilege and an honor. Just like it's an honor to open up Dimension Shifter. Take this, Dimension Shifter. But, I mean, the tune cards are the talk of the town because if you missed the Japanese WCQ, that is the World Championship qualifiers for Japan to decide who would represent Japan in the Japanese side of things on the World Championship stage. That's a mouthful. But the top 8 was Tunes, Tune Tri Brigade, yummy, interesting. Tunes, and Malice for some reason. So, there's like a lot of tune shenanigans that are going to happen in the future. And I'm very excited for November. It's going to make the remote duel event very difficult for duelists for sure. Because that's about, I think, when the remote YCS is happening. I think the tunes are legal on November 12th. When is YCS Orlando? November 6th through 8th. Okay, so the tunes will not be legal for the last YCS of the year because Magnificent Maestros is coming out November 12th. Okay, so it's just going to be Beyond the Brave for like 2 sets, and that's what we got. Lunar Lights, by the way, are kind of in full swing starting, what is it, next August 5th, so that's going to be interesting to see. Activate Field Spell. Like, Malice is one of those decks where, like, it's just, until every Malice card name is gone, people are going to play Malice. They're just going to do it. Odd Eye's getting a Link Monster. I'm not sure what to do with that, and I haven't done my homework on what to do with the new Speed Void support. But that's going to be exciting. That is going to be exciting. I will definitely pick one of those up when they come to the shop next week. So pay 9. Grab more bodies. You can. You shouldn't kill roaches. Their only crime is that they were born roaches. And you're just like, hey, I'm a human. And I see you and you're different. And someone's told me to hurt you. Don't do that. Don't be like everybody else. You have the ability to be like, you know what? It's not your fault. I left the crumbs out. You're only here because you smelled something. And the only reason you smelled something or detected whatever way roaches do is that I made a mistake. So you shouldn't kill it like a roach. It's like a roach. You should not kill it. Activate, and we're going to swallow everybody up here into the whale's mouth, except the whale itself. So 5 cards going back in the deck. Okay, well, I am excited. I mean, I've seen the card text, but that's... Ooh, speaking of card text. Hello, card text. Pot Desires. Draw 2. Nice. Let me go activate. I mean, I think we got everybody. Nope, that's been activated before, and the red one's been activated before. Yeah, this one we just go set. But I'm big. I'm a squiggly little creature myself, so I'm very protective of squiggly little creatures whose only crime is being squiggly and little. I guess we'll just set everything. So I think I'm going to set Double Bird Friend, Astapixia, because it's anti-targeting. And I would love them to try to like negate something while I'm targeting at the same time. We'll go activate. And I'll put down this friend as well. But then, yeah, we definitely just normal summon. And you're like, haha! Take that. And then Pendulum Scale for damage. And pass. Gosh. As much as I... Yep, it's the end. As much as I used to be like, this deck... No, this deck is so funny. Well, just know one day, Vox, you may be... See, Scoop means something so different to me because I watch too much of a show that I cannot say because it is too hot for TV. But Scoop... Alright, let me go ahead and... Fictional show. Science fiction. Vampire-related. But some blood demon says Scoop, and it all goes to bits from there. Oh yeah, bro left is specifically for that. Yes, I'm talking about Bluey. Start off with Dimensional Fissure. It may actually be... They're showing me like the Junk Warrior sleeves. I don't know if that's actually... Yep. Bye. This deck is so funny. Nobody wants to play. Like, if you play this deck, if you just want to hang out with your friends, hi friends, and you just want rank points, this only works in digital gaming where people didn't like drive to the shop. Because people will play if they drove to the shop or a regional, if they got a hotel, traveled miles. But you're just on your phone or your Steam machine or, you know, your PlayStation 5, whatever it is. Wow, it just like the hand is just there. And I love that this music always sounds like it's going somewhere and it ends quite quickly. Alright, Dimensional Fissure. Bam. There's a lot to be excited about in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. We've got a little over a month until the World Championship, but a lot of the last sets came out, like 4 worlds, which is neat. We already have the reverse, so we'll just grab 3 of the same name, and we already have the Field Spell, and we already have Bird Friend. The end. I mean, you can still play this on like a Switch 1, so... Return. This is like I know I D-ranked recently, but it's very quickly getting back into Diamond 4 before we know it. Oh, heads. Why not? I feel like we haven't played a duel in about 3 duels. It's just been, look at what I have. Like, nope, you have that. Goodbye. And now we have all the materials we need to at least Vanity's Fiend. So we're going to go ahead and place... This one is not as important. Activate Pay 9. So we could get Droll and Lockbirded here. That's fine. I don't know if I'm going to get time. There's some folks I want to see it with. And because we're going to the regional, we're driving Friday night. So it's basically like, if not Thursday, then just not see. But, you know, I watched 90s Spider-Man, so I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. Also, shout-outs to Steve Lacey, a person, a musician on the soundtrack of Spider-Man Brand New Day, who may have spoiled Spider-Man Brand New Day on the red carpet premiere but before he saw the film. Smart person, technically. No, we got everything we need, so we'll just grab shapes. But it looks good. It looks uplifting. It's on track for like a $465 million like opening run or theatrical run, independent of anything happening internationally. So that's wild. Oh, looks like I skipped a step here. We're supposed to grab the field spell afterwards, but that is okay because we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, so you might as well just go recycle. Ooh, replay. Speaking of something. Then AJ, I will take a look at that just shortly. This is everything I needed and more. So I'll just go activate. And we'll set. And we'll tribute. And then we'll set. And we'll end. Maybe we win, maybe we don't. We still do have Rivalry of Warlords. But definitely, you know, feeling blessed in many senses of the word. Oh no! Okay, Forbidden Droplet. They're going to banish cards instead, which is going to be weird. That's fine. Because the second they summon, I guess they don't really get a whole lot out of Rivalry of Warlords. We may lose to this. But I can flip Rivalry. That locks them in the Fairy. That really limits them. No Power Patrons, who are Illusion, Machine, and Spellcaster respectively. Or Fiend, I think, actually, on the Elf Note side. It is a Fiend. I remember that from Elf Noto. Alright, so he does destroy us as a result of battle. Everything else is feeling good, though. Oh, good deal, good deal. I'm glad you're a true believer. In the Marvel sense, Excelsior. Alright, so I guess... Scale? Pay life points? Profit. I love how it's just like, I know it'll click this eventually. Just click, 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 click. Whatever it is, they're not trying to use it right now. Pay 900 life points again. Bring us down to a whopping 3,800. And then we still don't really have a way to bounce it up. I guess we have the Ediacraft Rebirth, but I will grab 3 of these, and then we'll use Ediacraft Rebirth to put it back into the deck. And if nothing happens, then of course I can just set and then tribute summon. We're fine. So let's go activate Rebirth. You know, almost all of them would be bad, but yeah, I'll just do 2. 1, 2, shuffle up, draw 2. That's perfect. We haven't used either of these particular colors at all. Yeah, I'm willing to spend more life points. 900 till it's all gone and all burnt down. Let's see. Haven't used this one. No, we haven't. Really just like eventually fell in love with this deck just because it's got like this bizarre gameplay cycle. Alright, we'll do Field Spell on 2 cards. Reset, Annapolis. Got the reset, which always feels good. Play the reset. Place the Field Spell. And then activate. Confirm, yes, select another card. Confirm, yes. And so then we will go reveal. Set. Reveal. So by the way, do you know what deck this famously loses to? Tunes. Because with Mind Scan, you cannot reveal cards that are already revealed, and Mind Scan reveals all your cards. So there's a lot of decks that just get hard countered out by Tunes, and that is going to be hilarious. I will get rid of Graveyard Effect 1. Bam. Battle Phase. Get rid of Medius. Put us back into no special summon territory. Turn ends. That is not a bad situation to be in, at least. Doesn't feel like one. And all right, AJ, following up, we will go find the Cyber Dragon replay right after this. Ooh, we got a second one. That is pretty funny, actually. So, tribute away this friend. And so now battle phase. Now we're doing 48. And unless you got Mirror Force, and this is why you run Mirror Force. Bam. Enter. Speaking of Cyber Dragons, I think this duel's just about over. And I'd like to introduce you to the Cyber Dragon if you didn't get to see it at the very first few seconds that I turned the camera on. I mean, maybe they got it, maybe they don't. Draw phase. I think we go to battle phase and everything else is main phase 2's problem. Battle phase attack. 20-4. And that's game. So, speaking of winning, this is the limited edition U2's 4-foot-long Cyber Dragon plush. Don't worry, I'm not hurting him. He's a machine. He can take it. And we got back to Diamond 3, by the way, so we did re-rank up. But yeah, this is a really cool friend, and I want to say this might be the same production company that's making the Mulcharmies, although don't quote me on that. They just seem to be similarly fine quality. And he's posable, which is really cool. So if you want, you can wear him as a boa and then have his neck up here, or you can there's a bunch of different ways you can configure it, but I really like this. I played around with the idea of using him as a neck pillow on a plane. You'd have to double wrap him so he does the job, but this is really just fun. He's fun. But let's say you're not in Machine Dragons and you like Dragons. This is grab. I haven't even taken the tag off yet. It's Baby Dragon! So I have the emphasis on baby because he is just adorable. And this is all embroidered, really custom and stuff. And he's just a cute little guy. What I really love is that when you pull the tag, it doesn't break the tag. They did a lot of work trying to preserve this, so you can just take this off like it's a little necklace. And you'll see it's one of those little beaded chains. And so there's the actual tag there. But then, yeah, mint condition, but out of box because I am an opener of toys. Even though there's some deck boxes back there, those are break glass in case of emergency. He's a handsome little dragon. I will let you guys see the quality up close and personal there. And there may still be some of these up online. They were limited to 500, but they didn't sell all of them out at Comic-Con that I saw. So check online or on your favorite resale shops, and you too might be able to hug this thing. Oh, that's huggable. That's a good hug. Thanks, friend. Okay, enough about the cute dragons. Back to the cool duels. Especially AJ's, because he promised us a duel, and it is time to pay up. So, friends, we're going to go find the Cyber Dragon one. Profile, replay. And this is going to be Cyber Dragons. This is going second. It's not ranked against Lord Shadles. All right, let me shrink myself down here. And let's find out what we got. They might get jealous. They might get jealous. Yes, be careful, be careful. But on a serious note, commentator mode activate. Oh, Ediacraft. Okay, AJ is much the same as me. And Cyber Dragons, we were just talking about those. So we're going to start off with Cyber Dragon, adding Cyber Repair Plant, and activating Cyber Dark Realm, using it to get Cyber Dark Claw from the deck to the hand. Lord Shadles will then reveal said Cyber Dark Claw, discard it, of course, for its effect, and then use that to add a second copy of Cyber Dark Realm, but it does put a low-level Cyber Dark into the grave. So, I'm going to go ahead and link summon here, Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight, of course, allows you to convert that continuous spell into Clockwork Knight. So now you've got Clockwork Knight, but Cyber Repair Plan is going to be the next activated card to get Cyber Jormungandr. Summon Jormungandr is not going to be the first summon there. Cybernetic Horizon is going to discard it to go ahead and send it into the card away to get Cyber Dragon Naxter. So, Cyber Dragon Naxter is going to go ahead and go away as well, but we got Cyber Dark Chimera. Then Cyber Dragon from the effect of Cyber Dark Worm is going to special summon itself back to the field. Cyber Repair Plant being added back to the hand. Cyber Dragon, again, it's so funny to see the name, but classic Cyber Dragon back in action here. And so now with the Cyber Dragon Noxer, we're going to go ahead and discard that Cyber Dragon, special summon the monster. And that'll bring out the Cyber Jormungandr, who's going to return a Cyber Dragon card you control, and then add Polymerization from the deck to the hand. So now we're activating Polymerization. Lord Shadow's combining 2 machine monsters, Electromagnetic Turtle, Cyber Dragon Noxer. That's going to make Herosvog, yeah, the Mechanical Dawn. And it will use its effects. So here we go. Opening up the overlay network, building it to make Cyber Dragon Nova, and then Cyber Dragon Nova's effect is going to detach, and then of course special summon Cyber Dragon from the grave, then targeting additional machine, tributing the little machine to swap that out, so that brings up Cyber Dark Chimera, then discarding the extra copy of the Cyber Dark Realm in order to grab Power Bond. Cyber Dragon Nova showing up here. This is a battle of machines after all. Cyber Dragon Infinity is formed by using that one monster as Xyz material, and then Power Bond is going to fuse from the graveyard here. The materials are Cyber Dragon Hearts and Cyber Dragon. That's a big old Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon at 4,200, but it also allows you to send additional cards to the graveyard and then activate that Clockwork Knight, making every machine bigger, and you take 2,100. Pretty cool field there, but not a lot of protection here, so let's see how you come out of it. Are going to be able to add the Power Bond back from the graveyard back to the hand. Anycraft Reset is going to be activated here. Are going to see the banishing of 2 monsters, including a Light Fusion there. Going to banish the Electromagnetic Turtle. Not necessarily going to do a whole lot, but at least let you push further. So Electromagnetic Turtle AJ gets rid of. And then the Herosvog is going to negate the effect of the Anycraft Reset. But the field spell was in the hand anyway, so not a big deal. Going to go ahead and then activate one of the Anycraft cards. It's going to be the Opniria. Haven't paid 900 yet, but the activation is going to be negated by the Cyber Dragon and then destroyed. So Cyber Dragon Infinity saying no. Okay, here's Deftero Anycraft. So Alizonia, paying 900, revealing 3. Same formula. Going to go ahead and use that to grab another of the Anycraft monsters. So this time we will grab the Orgia, using that to reveal the Tremoria, and now we're going to go ahead and shuffle those cards away, drawing 2 more. Conveniently got the Expetetia, paying 900. Ouch. It's going to reveal Whale, Whale, and Whale. So Whale, Whale, Whale to Torimar. Then use the Tremoria, same idea, pay 900 life points, reveal 3 of these cards. This time it's going to be a handful of different cards here, but it looks like the Isa Leon is going to be added. Then revealing the Tremoria, setting down the Torimar, setting down the spider, whose name I always forget. It's Atilspia, and the Tremoria, and the Expetetia, and now you've got a pretty full field, so let's see if it can be played through. Time to send it to 2 machine light monsters. It's going to be 2 Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragon Repair Plan is going to add that Cyber Dragon core. Turn to attack mode here, then discarding a spell or trap. That's going to be Lightning Storm. There's only face down monsters, not a big deal. Allows you to add Power Bond from the deck to the hand. Then Cyber Dragon Infinity is going to go ahead and target a monster, absorbing it, clears it off the field, but gives another material. But now we're going to activate the Anycraft Rebirth. We are going to see the negation here, though, tributing it, but Isa Leon chaining. So at this point, all you can do is the Cyber Dragon Infinity. If I seem like I'm getting excited, it's spider time. It's a brand new day as Atilspia goes ahead and flips up there and is going to be able to negate everything on the chain. So no, no, and no. Destroy those cards, so nothing the opponent does is going to work there. Isa Leon going to go and return those cards back to the extra deck. The negation not even happening. Flipping up the monster, destroying the spell and trap, so we're even going to say goodbye to Clockwork Knight. Even though it's not doing a whole lot, it's reducing the attack of the monsters. So place that in the Pendulum Zone, get rid of the Clockwork Knight, and undo the damage. Cyber Dark Claw being discarded here. It's going to add another Cyber Dark Realm. But that's 900 damage because the Isa Leon. Power Bond, only 5,000 life points, but you're activating a spell that special summons that Tremoria's trigger. Flip summons the monster, it's going to be able to destroy it. But before, going to add that Deftero Anycraft, the Isa Leon. So banish 3 from the graveyard, of course, using the effect of the Chimera. And big monster now, it's Cyber End Dragon at 8,000. But you are going to be able to destroy a monster right now, and so even though an effect is activated, it doesn't matter. You're even able to flip monsters back face down, so we'll see which one is flipped back face down. So we're going to put down the Isa Leon, being able to use it just in case they respond again. Tried to destroy it. It won't be destroyed. That's unfortunate. Took a lot of damage, though, but it looks like the effects were negated there by the Tremoria, so at least it's not doing piercing battle damage. Saved yourself in the nick of time. 900 damage from the field spell, 100 life points left. You could just flip and pass. We're going to activate the effect of Anycraft Release here, and we're still going to start paying. Opponent didn't surrender here, so let's see what we got. Looks like it's going to be 3 Astapixias. Then we'll do again 900. This time reveal Architail and 2 copies of Enneacraft Rebirth. It was the Architail. Put those cards back in the hand there. Activate a different one though. Defterio Enneacraft back in action. Reveal 3 once more. Finally get the Enneacraft Rebirth. Boldly activate it in front of a possible Imperm column. Draw 2 new cards. Then use the Expeditia. Then activate the Eyes of Leon from the hand after putting the Orgia in the Pendulum Zone. And just keep setting, setting, setting. Flips up the Atori Mark. Get to see the great animation. Get the counters on. Flips all the opposing monsters face down. Pass turn, and that ordinarily would be game right there. But entering the battle phase, going to attack. Ouch. Flips up another monster face up, which means more counters. Attacking again here, not a big deal. There's 4 counters. This would almost end anybody's life points on its own. Doing the damage, 7,200, that's game. Okay, yeah. That's some big boy machine action. You're fine, you're fine. I just try to keep up with the speed of the duel. That's just how fast the cards are playing. And that wasn't even on fast forward mode. Very, very cool stuff. Good dueling. Yeah, I know it's a great deck. Speaking of great deck, let's go back to Diamond 4 now that we've earned our place again. And duel. I'm not JME. I'm not. But I might be working on something that would, though the Grime community might shake its head too. I might finally be unleashing my Grime self. The music I listen to makes me look like I'm speaking in slow motion. Following up on the Avengers Doomsday comment, really excited. I was a huge Kang fan. I'ma say it. I loved Kang. I love Immortus. I love Ramatut. I love Iron Lad. I love Scarlet Centurion. I love Kang. And unfortunately, what happened. But what a beautiful reality I live in, where a Kang movie was planned and is no longer happening, because that is the Kang experience. The timeline changed. There's a reality where I was supposed to see the Kang movie and I bought my ticket. I'm like, wow, whoop, never existed. So, the Doomsday trailer looks good. I think everybody's really in it to win it. I don't want to say Marvel's back, baby, because most people would just be like, no, it's not, because my unique human experience means I don't like these movies. Good on you. I'm doing fine. It's a good time on this side of the border of watching Doomsday. We'll see if I still feel like that when the movie's actually out. I will draw some cards. I know, and that was so great in X-Men 97, where they had Ramatut voiced by John Delancey, who played Q in Star Trek, who's basically like a real Kang-like being, even though he's not Kang himself, right? Because he's not a traveler or anything, he's more of a weird godlike creature. I thought that was heavily appropriate, really enjoyed it, great time. But, yeah, I'm fine with it. And if you're not fine with it, you don't read enough Marvel comics. Anything can happen. And I'm like a current Kang comic reader, although I dropped off a lot in July. Very busy, haven't been to my shop. I hope they're still on my pull list. But anytime you guys ever want to talk deep cut Marvel comics, and I mean like last month when Endgame Ultimatum happened, Ultimate Endgame. Ooh, neither player can add cards from their deck. Okay, that's actually pretty impressive. Well, that's fine. Activate. I did. Which Spider-Man, right? Because Spider-Man gets weird all the time. Nobody hates Spider-Man like Spider-Man fans. I don't think there's a bigger series of detractors of the fandom of Spider-Man than the people who are most intimate with it. And that's just, again, the human experience. And if that's how you want to feel, that's okay. That's okay. But I grew up on the Spider-Verse as introduced in Spider-Man 1994. And it was a good time. Bonk. Oh, wow. Is a card of mine going to get destroyed? Whatever shall I do? All right, activate again. I might actually lose this duel, though. That mistake is very heavy and a trap card. I guess I could draw. Let's see. It really was, and the voice acting was so clean, and there was just so much of it that was like so incredible. And really set the tone for so many different incarnations of Marvel, which, as you know, leading into Spider-Man Brand New Day, like, just feels specifically like the Man-Spider arc of Spider-Man, which introduced the Punisher into that animated universe and featured a sequence of events where Spider-Man was trying to be less Spider-Man-y. The neogenic nightmare. Gosh, how many times do I have to say neogenic recombinator to prove my worth in this spider world? But a good time. Ooh, okay. And what is that lost? I'm hoping so, by the way, AJ, following up on the Duel Links question. And I'm still playing Duel Links actively. In fact, I was Rush Dueling earlier today. And I'm in Gold and Rush Duel with Black Magician. Baramaji. Dark Magician, of course. But still working on what kind of speed duel deck I want out of the brand new set. Of course, I haven't updated on PC. I'm still playing on phone. Because I've been on the go. I gotta go, go, go. It did introduce Morbius. Oh, Dr. Michael Morbius, before you were a Yu-Gi-Oh meme. Remember, that is rank 10 trains. I will give them the card back. And remember, it had Blade and Whistler before Whistler was the thing, because they gave them the movie script in advance. It was a different time back then. I think I don't need to negate, so I guess I just set, end. No reason to give the information away, no reason to reveal. Oh, that's cool. Those are all like totally random, so you have a chance of getting like multiple extended arts and really cool stuff. So I wish you the best of luck with your packs. I did have a very crazy box recently with Chaos Origins. That was 24 random packs. So it's going to negate. It just negates. Oh, it just negates until the end phase. Yeah, I guess we'll negate that. This is going to hurt. Ouch. I mean, technically, they do have a Mahershala Ali blade, and it's in What If. It's specifically in What If. He does voice the character. He does look like the character. And then that version of the character also appears in, what do you call it? Man, there's like no way. I'm going to tribute set. That's our only hope is to tribute set. He does also appear in Marvel Rivals, actually. But I loved Blade in that show, who always sounded really angry until they figured out he should sound cool. Ah, Spider-Man, you're not killing enough vampires. Like, that was his voice, and you guys can testify for those who are ancient enough to know. Chaos Origins is a really, really good time. There's like almost no card in there that won't have some value to your collection unless you're like, I absolutely am not going to play the Alistair deck. And even then, someone will want to trade for it. But there's some really gorgeous cards in there. There's some really playable cards in there. The super rares are like just insane. All right, we had trouble. Yeah, that mistake just destroyed us. So, yikes. I mean, yes. I was gonna be like, don't say no. That is the plot. That is the plot of the 1994 cartoon show that children were allowed to watch. Yes, it featured specifically a lot of that. And then that was what the plot was in the movie, and I was like, of course, that's the character. Oh no! You know what that music change means? They've got more damage on the field than we have life points. Oh, it's really good. So they do exist again. Showing and telling, because I was lucky enough to get some packs, and these were random packs. So I set aside everything that was cool in those. Recent pulls, and just to show you some of the cool stuff you can find in Chaos Origins, I did get Extended Art Starlight cards, and I already had the Extended Art Starlights of the Magician of Dark Chaos Black Chaos, and the Blacklister Soldier, Soldier of Light and Darkness. I got Black Chaos at the pre-release, and I got Soldier of Light and Darkness at the NAWCQ, but this one I got straight from a pack just yesterday, and it was really cool to get the Chaotic Phantasmal Sacred Beasts, and I really do want to play Sacred Beasts. I think I'm missing some of the super rares, actually, of all things, because that's the way of the world sometimes, but that was a really huge one. The other one, for Genesis purposes, I was lucky enough to get a Surge Blitzclick, but this is not the big holo that'll be showing you just a moment here, and she's such a pretty and really effective card. But if you're going to make a Blitzclick token, this is definitely one way to do it. The new Starlight Rare 2.0 technology looks great. I'm going to pop this actually out of the sleeve, just so you can really lock in there. And we got the Hideout in the Sky Kulum. And just a really gorgeous card here. Like, the way the new Starlights look, they're so shiny, which is actually why I pulled my favorite card in a new rarity that I didn't have before. And I was fortunate to do that, and I understand that. But I kind of like this version a little better than the Starlight one, and this isn't Sour Grapes because you've seen me have the Starlight one, but this was an Extended Art Black Chaos in Ultra, and you can see, like, the dark lines better. And I love that, like, the black's a lot richer. In fact, if I color grade, I'm going to clone this scene real fast. Duplicate scene. It's the same scene, but it's not. We're actually, we're in a parallel universe right now. And I'm going to go settings, and I'm going to change the color grading here in real time. So I'm going to hold the card up. Got it. Take my finger off that portion. And if I, like, reduce the brightness and I kind of mess with the contrast a little, you can see, like, how gorgeous this looks by itself, you know? And the Starlight's cool, and I've got the Starlight, but that just looks so neat. So that was actually really exciting to get the Ultra one. I know it's super dark in here, so did I do that correctly to where when I click over here, it's fixed? Yes. Okay, cool. So this is just for showing. This is the just show cards filter. I'm actually going to pull the Starlight Rare out. Does that really? Yeah, that does actually make that, like, so richer. So color grading is the process by where you, like, you grade color, you change reality to fit what you're trying to do. Still looks great in Ultra, actually, as well. And I'm gonna do a lot of people do progression series. I'm going to do something totally different. I don't know if it's going to be next month or it might be September, depending, but I'm going to do some interesting stuff. We're going to do Iron Man 3 the movie. And for the Marvel fans here, you'll be like, "Oh, are you really doing that?" I'm like, "Yeah. We're going to take Tony Stark out of the armor and we're going to see what happens." I did also get the secret rare. This is just a gorgeous card. Like, I love, like, I'm going to put my my starships where my mouth is. Not literally. Metaphorically. But if I take a walk up here, you'll see that, like, I literally have, like, a shirt right here that's on this, and I'm going to pick this shirt up. I have always been obsessed with the Magician of Black Chaos. Like, you know, somebody asked me a question at the San Diego Comic-Con of what my favorite monster is, and I do the same thing. I'm like, if it wasn't a character that anybody in the anime used, it'd be Amazement Administrator or Lucino. But if it was a card that a character in the anime used, I don't know that Dark Magician is my favorite version of Dark Magician, because, you know, Dark Magician becomes the Magician of Black Chaos. I really like the Magician of Black Chaos. So maybe that comes from just being an old school duelist, and like D-Mock, getting the spell to the hand just felt right. But that's definitely one of those where, like, when I see Dark Magician of Chaos, I just remember like the peak of being in like Forbidden Planet at 12th Street near Union Station that I used to walk to every day and be like, I'm going to banish your cards, I'm going to get back my spells. And Dark Magician's good. And I will continue to play Dark Magician when all the new stuff happens. But I do like all the forms of Dark Magician, and that one might be my favorite. Other stuff that I pulled, just some highlights you can get out of Chaos Origins. This Thunder Friend, the Astrasma Yorania. But also another copy of Pharaoh the Primordial Goddess. And I think this is a very unexplored card. I'd like to see more cool combos with this. So, yes, Regression Series actually is not a bad... It's not a bad ring to it. Is there any other show and tell stuff? We already showed, for anybody late coming, we already showed off the baby dragon. They're so cute. It's so cute. We already showed off the cyber dragon as well. No, I think that's... Oh, the exclusive Comic-Con game mat. Okay. Hold on. And these will show up online. These were originally $30. Just $30. Hold on. I'll be right back. There we go. Okay, camera, follow me down. This was really neat and just feels right. It's they're chibi, they're not tuned. Hold on. There we go. And it is chibi Blackluster Soldier and chibi Blue Eyes Ultimate. And this, I spent a lot of time on this particular mat showing people combos for my Toon deck that I'm not going to show any more combos for, because I'm like, oh, this is a really good idea and I need to take this to a regional and see how far I can get. And then, well... Speak then and forever hold my peace. Speaking of holding the duel disc, though, it is time to go back to duel here. I'm going to delete our funny scene down there. So I don't have any... So we have extended art cards in the TCG, which is the equivalent of a Japanese or OCG overframe card. They also have that in like the OCG for... the Asian English format, still in Japanese, and then Korean too. So there are a couple of different Grandmaster versions you can get out of that. But I don't have any of the Japanese ones. So it's not that I don't collect Japanese cards, but when I do, I'd like them to have like some sort of meaning behind them. Like I got them from a certain... box that I got at this occasion that I couldn't otherwise. I don't usually just like pull up Mercari or something like that and just be like, one overframe, please. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not something that I've historically done. So we'll see if one day that changes, but that's where we're at right now. I'm going to the specials over here. I never got... I always see Aichi with this one in particular. I think this is, yeah, it's like the little flower frame. And I'm going to spend our gems that we worked hard for on this. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot. It was so wild. Like, Pegasus is a costume that has, like, a lot of weird history with me because I didn't think anybody would care when I first wore it in 2018. Ooh. Not bad at all. This is a master pack, by the way. So anything goes. Not a royal. Okay. But yeah, such a just a wonderful time there. All right, loading. Let's see what we got. Hecka Hanzino. Ooh, Galaxy Eyes Cypherblade Dragon. There's some good pulls in here, actually. It was a guaranteed super rare, but we've gotten way more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pegasus was such a good time. I think it might have been a good enough time that maybe there'll be a sequel one day. If there's not, if that was the only time that I ever get to do that, that's okay. Just putting that out there. That's okay. I've had just such a generational run, and oh, Magical Musketeers. We were just fighting against that. Great deck. So yeah, really good stuff. And we also got our Cherry Blossoms. That's cool. We'll save that for Cherry Blossom Festival. That is awesome. Yeah, if you got a picture of it, show it. Cards are meant to be seen. We'll save this up, but I think the next thing I'm going to go for is the Overlay Network one, where you're like building the Overlay Network. And those are like the materials on it, which is cool. Not as interested in the other ones, but that's not because there's nothing. It's just not my style. Are there protectors that I want? Oh, man. Oh man, it's the pumpkin. It's the pumpkin. So I do want to play that deck, but I just haven't had any luck pulling anything from it yet. So we'll come back to that. It was real. It was real and it exists. Speaking of which, if you didn't see the Grandmaster rares, I actually got some really decent photos of those. I know we're just doing everything today, but I'm just like, you know what? That's the kind of day it is. All right, so let me find. Yes, I took pictures of all the Grandmaster rares, and then we're gonna get back to dueling here. So I'm gonna highlight right here. Yeah, there we go. So the display case at the Konami booth had all the great brand new cards. And I guess I can temporarily hide Duel Links for now. So, just wild, beautiful. If you got video, obviously it's going to look better in video. But I got some really good looks just for people who, like, didn't want to hear from like, a content creator being like, this is me in a video with them. No, like, just, here's the cards. There it is. And at first, you know, people were popping off just for, like, the Dark Magician and the Dark Magical Curtain. And, of course, the Karibo Multiply. But these are all, like, real fakes in the sense that these are manufactured by Konami for the express purpose of showing you what the final version will look like. But then I went through and I took photos of everything else. So we've got, like, Favorite Hero Shining Flare Wingman and Wing Karibo Sabatiel level 10 and Favorite Hero Flame Wingman, which the materials of these are so dumb. One fusion monster and a face-up monster on the field. Well, hello, Albaz, right? And same deal here. 2 monsters with the same type but different attributes. That's the whole game. And then all the Synchron stuff, like Stardust Synchron, gorgeous, gorgeous card. Same deal with Stardust Dragon, Victim Sanctuary, like the name of the attack. Or actually the effect, technically. And then Synchro Emergency, as well as... Couldn't get a great photo of this, but this is number 39, Utopia Emissary of Light. It was just like the positioning of where it was. And then way, way back, Gaga Ga Magician, Gaga Ga Magic, and as well as Gaga Ga Girl Cell Phone Subtraction. Although she has a cell phone, so I don't know if it's more like cell phone edition. Similarly, you know, we've got the Horoscope Sorcerer, which is really cool. The Stargazer Magician. Now we're in the Arc 5 section. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, 4 Heavenly Dragons. And then Astrograph Sorcerer, the Star Frost Magician. So now we move into Reigns. Decode Talker Integration. I've also got Cyber's Code Magician. I always love like the Cyclops lasers on him. We've also got the Cyber's Contract Witch, which makes sense because 1,000 years of Habakiri is possible thanks to her effects. And that's all the stuff they showed so far. And then Rev's cards today with the EU team showcased all of the other cool new stuff we're going to get from Magnificent Maestros, which is coming out in November. So, like, the game feels really alive right now, you know? And again, we started the stream off where someone's like, Konami employee, I'm like, first off, there's something wrong with working for $1 billion company, huh? But I don't. I really just love this game and have loved this game so much since I was this little whippersnapper. Save embarrassing picture, drag embarrassing picture on the stream. I always show this photo because you need to know that there's just nothing. There's nothing you can do to embarrass me about my love of Yu-Gi-Oh! I have pipe cleaners in my hair. I've dyed my hair blonde, red, black. It is twisted in knots. It is tied with zip ties. There is nothing you're going to be able to do to me that makes me love this game any less. And that's why I showed that picture in an era on social media where they save it and they post it anywhere. I'll do the job first. I'll go first, said every winning duelist in the anime ever. And that's why it's so important. I look silly. So Vox, you're going to have to do harder than that. But. Let's get back to dueling. Let me get off my soapbox, and we'll start to play some games. But I just love this game. You're not gonna take that away. You can, you know, if there is only one fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, then it's me. If there are no fans of Yu-Gi-Oh, then I have passed on to the afterlife with the thumbs up and everything. Whew. But there's a lot more than just one fan. No bump hits, no bump hits. I wish I was that smart. Oh, man. 75 was a good time, though. It's a good year. Good year. You know, Dimension Shifter? Why not? Ooh, what do you got Albaz related? Speaking of which, Fort Worth Regionals, like a week? 2 weeks. Week? 9 days. And hello, friend. Good to see you. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. But my opponent did. Bye. Ah. That's how I'm feeling never in my life. Just that sort of stuff. Yeah, I will be at the Dallas Regional. I'm also going to the Oklahoma Regional. So, just got done with Comic-Con, just got done with the NAWCQ. Doesn't matter. It's time to duel. So, gonna test my luck with Tunes in Oklahoma, and we'll see what happens in Dallas. But yeah, I will definitely be there. So just, I know you, you know me. Come say hi. And yeah, Tiki, definitely, I'm looking forward to the hero stuff for sure. I should have my hero deck in arm's reach. Updated as currently as Master Hero Fountain. The room is like such a mess. Well, speaking of mess, chain on, so we're gonna discard Dimension Shifter. That's precious. Well, then I know what I'm gonna do. Say hi. Yeah, so Lunalight is now, it sounds like, and I know I didn't do an opening for this, so it's okay, Aichi, if you missed it. The legendary Arc 5 decks feature a fully playable Lunalight deck, so you don't have to do what I did and scour your entire room for everything. And by the way, that's game 2. Yeah, Shifter Maxi is a little hard for most decks. But that product, Aichi, for $30, you get a complete competitive, like completely competitive Lunalight deck that has everything you need, every single card, like Vox approved, and you get the Scarlet Tiger. But like, yeah, it's going to be a full-on Lunalight stuff. I think people are going to bring the high-rarity Lunalight stuff, but there's not a lot of it. Most of it is actually going to come from the reprints from the deck, because when you open the pack, it's got that same little, like, 3 secrets, and one of them could be a Starlight Rare. So you could get a Starlight Rare Liger Dancer. 2 more wins, and we are up to Diamond 3. See, actually, you know it's like a big thing. If I can say that this is good, and Vox was like, actually, yeah, Vox approved. That is a big deal. Going first. Man, I still need to get the Ryzeal, mate, but I keep spending gems on cards. But technically I gotta save my stuff. Gotta save my stuff. Yeah, Lunalight Sheep, Lunalight Wolf, Lunalight Burb. Still cool though. Speaking of cool. This feels like just the luckiest duel or set of duels ever. Because I'm like, Dimensional Fissure. So if you got a Phimina, you got an Ash Blossom. Not an Ash Blossom. You got a Maxi. That'd be pretty good. That slows us down a little. Not enough for me to worry about it. So I'm going to go activate any craft release. We're just going to try to do a very low to the ground Vanity's Fiend. So we will place the Experticia, pay, and then show 3. Love the interaction Dimensional Fissure in this deck. You don't use your graveyard anyway, and it's so fun to be able to play without fear of Droll and Lockbird. So we'll activate 9. Take the 3 copies of the field spell, because we're just going to use it anyway. But they did the hard work for us, so we'll activate Anniapolis off the bat. Use that to put these cards back in our hands. And we actually... I might like Potted Desires first and then Enneacraft Rebirth. As weird as that sounds, to get like the most possible cyclage ever. So I will activate the Pendulum Scale. Just playing it like jazz. Like, is it good? No. But is it funny? Yes. So Rebirth, 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 and if we're lucky enough to draw even more cards. Okay, so Pot of Desires, let's see what we cycle away. Nothing particularly meaningful at this stage of the game. So then I'll go Enneacraft Rebirth, and we'll take 6 cards. Just all of it go away. No hand. Giant hand. Not to be confused with giant hand. Interesting, interesting. So we didn't get to what we needed, but we could still... You definitely want to set the... Or I could honestly just set one card and pass. If I had to set one, it would be when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand, changes face down, add, and then destroy one monster to control. That's fine. I'm just going to set, and I'd rather have a billion cards and them not have anything. End turn. Weird, I know, but like, I'm very much a very conservative maxi duelist. I don't want to give you a single card. Why would I give you one card? Not like, oh, this is a fair trade, that's fine. Ooh. Okay. So now I'll activate, and we are going to special summon Enneacraft. And we're not going to use the spider, because the spider's honestly not as helpful. We'll instead use the Ecto Enneacraft. 4,000 to 4,000 is an anime duel. Uh-oh. What have I got myself into? It is good to be back, like, home at least for the next couple of weeks, because, you know, we were when I got to San Diego Comic-Con, at the time I arrived, the preceding week I had got back from the NAWCQ. Like, it had literally been Monday to Monday. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a very blessed life. But I don't get to spend as much time with you guys. So I don't have, like, a crew with a big backpack that has, like, internet, a giant camera guy. If I had all that, I'd call myself, like, I show duels. So he Stratos to get rid of the other one. That's very interesting. Wanted that graveyard so much. Is it worth it? Ooh, battle phase. So we're going to negate one and destroy the other. Interesting. Sure. Negate the first one. Negate it. Destroy the other one. So down to a single elemental hero Stratos. Was it the right call? I did. Oh man. So when you're at the convention about the limit of space you have, just because there's so many other humans, it just feels so privileged to be like, I have this whole desk in front of me, so nobody can be right here, and I know that as long as I'm paying attention, I could stretch my arms and my back and stuff. I would still do that. I would still bump into people. I mean, it is packed. Ooh, that is game. But 5 days was great, and 2 days of cosplay, 2 days is just whatever you want to call this mess. And it was great. I did actually get to see the con too. Did a lot of walking, did a lot of shopping. Caught up with some friends I hadn't seen in a billion years. Because we all know that's how old I am. Like I'm a young, like, 2 billion. It's okay. It's okay to be 2 billion. I'm so glad that people figured out, like, water and breathing. But jokes about the evolutionary history of this planet aside. No, the deck's feeling pretty good. I think we can push into the next rank, though. And then I might do a little bit of Duel Links if we can get to Master 3. Win and we'll gain a rank. Oh no! They put a win and you'll gain a rank versus a lose and you'll lose a rank. So both duelists are going to fight very hard. I'm going second. This deck isn't awful going second, even though you've seen that I'm mostly trying to go first build. Let's see what happens. Draw some cards. Oh, that's that'll do it. That's fine. Especially with the spider. We'll set the spider like first. So we'll take a nice little walk here. Oh my goodness, that is the one thing that's nice about this deck is that like mentally you're like, nah, you're fine, man. You can look tough. You can be like, no response. No response. But in reality, I mean, you just, I can't do anything. It's Albaz, so we'll just hang. Albaz. Albaz. Remember me saying Albaz just like this. Albaz. Albaz. In about 60 days, that'll make sense. Oh, just got my tokens here while I've got a second. So we make tokens at Comic-Con, and with my Texas judges, one of the just travels everywhere, has judged internationally, really cool judge duelist here. You probably recognize me from the Texas scene. And then we made the group token where we all cram in there. And I mean, I don't even think the camera will focus. Yeah, it's just all of us. There's like 20 judge bodies and other staff and whatnot, which is really neat. But my favorite one is I made Glory of the King's Right Hand. And all I did is we just took like a white trade binder and we just put it really close to the camera to where all the camera could see is white, just like it is here. And so, yeah. That was the. I may have pretended it was a soul prison. People were like, "Would you like to take a photo?" Or can I take a photo with you, Pegasus? Can I take a photo of you, Pegasus? And it'd be like, only if I can take a photo of you first. And I would, you know, grab that. And obviously, it was fun too to be like, and if you want to turn yourself into a card, don't worry, I won't steal your soul. You can head right over there to the token booth. So, just fantastic time here. Fantastic time. But the Duel of the Master stuff was really cool, and maybe I stole a couple of souls on the side. Maybe there's some funny videos of me stealing some souls, but I gave them back. I just borrowed them for cosplay purposes. But no, it's just a really cool run, and every one of these events, I'm like, let's work this event like this is the last opportunity I'm ever going to have. And make this like the big goodbye, and for whatever reason, I've been blessed enough to get to go to another event later. And I know that's not everybody's story. My recommendation to you is just work it like it's the last event you'll ever go to and make the most of it, you know? That might be the real Konami boy in me quoting Metal Gear Solid. Let's make this the best 10 minutes of our lives, Snake. But yeah. No, I did not get to see even the illegal footage that came out. It's not illegal technically, I guess it's in violation of a civil agreement. But no, I didn't get to see the Elite Comic-Con footage. Hall H is packed, and when you're there with a booth, you are an exhibitor. And exhibitors are not given preferential treatment, so the people who are lucky enough who paid and go to Comic-Con, not to work, but to just pay for that experience and help prop the whole convention up, they're the ones who got to the front. They're the ones who get to be there, and that's what should happen, right? Appreciate you, Tiki. Over on the Twitch side of things. I'm bouncing between the two chats, I promise. Oh, I love that. I turned them all into a newt. They got better. You know, oh no, I just saw it now. It was up in the chat. Let me open the link. Man, that is pretty. And I say that with like really, because I really like the Heck of Hands deck. I played it on stream before. I played it at events before. And because of the connection of the Eye of Illusion being a spell card that takes illusion monsters, looking for deck box. I still need to completely unpacked, actually, so I don't know where everything is right now. But I actually was playing Heck of Hands as like an example deck to show duelists to be like, hey, here's a cool deck you can play. So no, when I see that, like that inspires me. But you gotta play it. Like, Heck of Hands is a really cool deck. Don't sit on that one. Yeah, the 4-foot Cyber Dragon. Oh yeah, you got to see. Oh, Genmu, it's so wild to see you outside, like in real time. Like, I'm saying Genmu Kumotori somewhere on this planet, and like you're hearing me pretty much at the same time that I'm saying that out loud. That's wild, dude. But yeah, the Cyber Dragon. I mean, it's branded, so we're gonna be here for a minute. Not in any bad way. But yeah, I love Cyber Dragon Friend. He's he's got a wire in him, so like he can be like a staff if you needed him to be. He could be your Cyber Dragon Cane. that you walk with. You know, when I'm in old, say in Truesdale, you could just sit there and you could literally like walk with him. I mean, he's not that stable. I don't want to give like false impressions here. But yeah, or you know, you could be a Cyber Dragon bat if you needed, but I don't know if you're gonna knock a baseball in the park. I like to think of him as a Cyber Dragon boa, right? That you can wear him around and just kind of pop him up if you need to. And he's quite pleasant. It's quite pleasant. So, very fun. I don't know where in this room he's going to like permanently reside, but for now I'm just having a whole lot of fun playing with him. All right, but it's not time to play, or as the great Yamayugi says, playtime is over. Although it was very Seto Kaiba, playtime is over. I could use this. Well, first off, let's see what we do when I activate Dimensional Fissure, because that's going to force the Fallen the Virtuous, unless they just want to sit on that. You got to learn how to spell Nunchuck. Okay, you did learn how to spell Vox. Vox. That was an accent, so don't worry about it. Yeah, the Cyber Dragon's great. If you like the Cyber Dragon, then you'll love the baby dragon. He's precious that even in this small box, at the small corner of your screen, whether this is like a 60-inch TV that I'm on or just a cell phone, you can see how cute he is from here. More on that in a moment, but we do need to play this game. I'm going to go Reveal, and then I'm going to set the Atilspia, or maybe I'll set the Astapixia, actually. We'll set the Astapixia. Ooh, interesting. Using the branded Retribution right off the bat. Okay. He is precious. He is precious. Only like $39.99. Like, and there's still some of them out there, I think, on U2s. I think it's YOUTOOZ. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just like, oh, you guys made like a nice Yu-Gi-Oh plush. Dope. But what if I activated this effect? We're going to set Astapixia and set Atilspia. Yeah, yeah. It was one of those Comic-Con exclusives, but I think that they have some inventory online. I don't have like a site link or anything like that. Let me see if I can find it though. YouTube's Baby Dragon. Have to say it just like that. That's the only way to Google it. Okay, maybe I need to type in Baby Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh. I will set Bird Friends. Excuse me, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Baby Dragon 12-inch Premium Plush 2026 Comic-Con exclusive. Can't seem to find a link online, but that's what it is. I haven't just seen like a spot to just like buy it. If you find them, they're not in the box. They will box them for you, but they always sold them with the box. If you bought it, they literally took it with its bag, boxed it, and then handed you the box. So they're all not quite new in box. Did he negate and not get that? Because now I could just go set. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. We can all live vicariously through that, baby. Ahoy, friend. It has been a while. But it has been a busy month. Interesting that you're trying to Albaz while I've got face downs. Pay 9. All right, let's start the shenanigans here. Verifying that I haven't used Orgia. I have not. All right, then we will play Orgia. So they do, they may not have that, like the exclusives, but they do have a lot of plushes. Yeah, I think Albaz realized maybe not. Sorry, Albie. Hey, okay, not bad. Well, We made to the next rank. Got some gems. Good, good. Honestly, just life, the world, and everything. Let's do a quick little catch-up for those who are just jumping in, especially on both sides. We're also going to take a look at some other games here, including Duel Links, which, don't worry, Master Duel will be on in the background. But all I do is I just hit the Duel Links button. And we're already playing Duel Links, because I'm mysteriously playing Duel Links in the background. But, this is supposed to be a Comic-Con catch-up. So, where has Pheromone been? Well, it's been a crazy month, actually. It's been like a really, really lively month. July is always one of the busiest months of the year for me. There's no regional championships because all of those are in August for some reason. I'm going to like 2 in August and then 1 on September 5th. So like 3 regionals in about 5 weeks. But I was over at the North American World Championship qualifier, which is really, really cool. And it felt like a Comic-Con because, man, we were there for so long. We were there Thursday for like the registration and in-person check-in for the Genesis tournament, first Genesis championship. And like that venue, by the way, hold on. I'm going to set some stuff up. I'm going to move myself over here. Hello, me. Move. There you go. Yeah, the venue is so gigantic. I love the Minneapolis venue. I'm going to see if I can go all the way over. Yeah, and then if I scoot back, I can almost fit in this like it's a vertical video while we're going through the photos. So yeah, and you can kind of see like way down here, they're just setting up, but this is one of 2 giant rooms. And, you know, if you know this venue, you know this venue, you know this venue. It's a really cool time. But then, you know, afterwards it gets filled up with all the stuff you see. I remember we just like went to Target and I just picked up a Fallen of, it's going to be the Fallen of the Virtuous Structure deck because I needed a single copy of the Fallen of the Virtuous. Just needed it. And I got a quarter century, Starlight Rare, Fusion Deployment. Get you this, Kangas. And if you never know who I'm talking about, Kangas got a Dragon that Devours the Dogma Starlight Rare immediately after me. And I'm just like, okay. And no, I'm also like mad or anything. I was happy. I'm just like, okay, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Still have this. Still love this. But I also we found this, and I'm just like, CL2 Ash. How do you feel about that? Other fun stuff. You know, obviously, I'm always kind of doing the cosplay stuff here. We got Summon Skull on, and then got to cast with Joji Orlando, which is always a good time. Brilliant guy. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! History or at Yu-Gi-Oh! History. So just days and days and days. And you guys already saw the NAWCQ broadcast, so we will not belabor that. Just an honest to goodness good time. But afterwards, and after slipping in a duel against Kangas and taking my revenge upon him, as I used and naturally made Dragon Master Magia, I kid you not, like, out of the materials are use Money Mutt Dragon for a rank 6, or excuse me, level 6 Synchro Monster, and then it counts as Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon plus a Chaos Ritual Monster or Blackluster Soldier Ritual Monster, and then that makes Dragon Master Magia. So just good stuff, and that's how, well, that'll teach you to pull better cards. But jokes aside, you know, then 1 week later, like 7 days later, I'm on the plane for San Diego Comic-Con. And of course, you know, if you haven't seen online, there's all the beautiful, gorgeous photos of all the different Grandmaster Rares, but you can check my social feed for that. But the real highlight for me, of course, was aging gracefully, right? All this black and brown turned into bright gray. Which I guess we call white technically. But yeah, just a really good time, great time with the staff, really good time at the booth, and just days and days and days of living the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like best lifestyle ever. And then I did take that meme, by the way, that's totally separate, and I mean it. There is not a card in this game that I hate. There just isn't. Like that's it. Just play the game. Just play the game. That's it. If it's in the game, it's in the game, it's in the game. Like, if you don't like it, that's okay, and you're allowed, but that's not me, so I don't know what to tell you. And there's nothing wrong if you don't like cards. I'm sorry those cards hurt you. I can't protect you from everything, but I'm very much just like, it's in the game, it's in the game. But that's pretty much the full round. I don't want to belabor the point, since some of you guys were here at the beginning, some weren't. But I'm going to pop over to Duel Links and just kind of do a little bit of Rush Dueling, too, because we got to talk about Duel Links has, like, so much that was added. I'm just going to auto farm real fast. Like, This World Championship on the digital scale is going to be insane. Why do I talk about the World Championship right now? Well, right now, these are like the last couple of packs and like amount of content that will be able to be used in the World Championship. If you take a look, it's like nothing after August. So anything in August is not allowed, and anything from July and back is. And like, they added a lot for rush duels, they added a lot for speed duels, but also they added a lot Master Duel, and then of course, we've got all the brilliant duelists in the TCG OCG World Championship. So, yeah, having Snake Eyes, okay. So yeah, some of you know, some of you don't know. Now the farming is over. We're gonna swap the soundtracks here. So show of hands, who hasn't been on Duel Links in a hot minute? There's nothing wrong with that. You could be like, I haven't played Duel Links in a year, Pharaoh, and I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you. I am going to show you something. And yes, Aichi, I did catch that message. Please send away. So, get this. Get this insane booster pack. I think they're having a tournament right now over on another stream just to show you. Shadow Eyes. Are you ready? Are you ready? Black-winged Assault Dragon. Via the Emblem of Wanderer. Okay, that's fine. Blazing Cortesia the Virtuous? Snake Eyes Poplar. And remember, the Forbidden Limited list is visible on the screen, so this is just unlimited. This creepy little punk. Yes, I know the Japanese name is way cooler. Cynet Kodak. Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils. Magical Meltdown. Check your trade binders, by the way. This went way up. Triple Tactics Thrust. Those are the ultra rares. Wait, the supers. Transcode Talker. Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames. What? Thunder Dragon Titan. Already had. It's a reprint, technically. Granguinal the Dusk Dragon. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. Blackwing Sudri the Phantom Glimmer. Chinook the Snowblast. We've also got Code Generator. We have Arius the Labyrinth Butler. I'm actually really trying to pull specifically this. Hold on. My impulse to buy packs kicked in, but we'll go through the supers. I need that for Amazement so I can start playing Amazement on Duel Links again. Bestial Lubellion, and I kid you not, Bellstar. And in the rares, look at the rares. Bestial Magnamut. Bestial Druid's Worm. Bestial Baldrake. Bestial Saronir. The way this works, by the way, is that when it's at 2, you can run 2 Magnamuts, or you can run 2 Druid's Worms, or you can run a Magnamut or a Druid's Worm, and then no Bestial Baldrake, so be careful on that, but they're only rares. Like, Snake Eye Ash, Snake Eye Flamberge Dragon as a rare. Of course, we've got Symphonic Warrior Guitar. That's how I pronounce the double A. Guitar. Simple Spoils of Subversion Snake Eye, which is really cool. You can lock people out of the Pendulum Zone, which is fun. Divine Temple of the Snake Eye is a field spell. Normal Rare. Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. It's like they knew like maybe these cards are too good. We're going to find out because no one's going to miss a rare if we put that at like 1. A lot of great stuff in here. You know, all the various, you know, Cyberse, Blackwing, Sinful Spoils. So much different stuff. Particularly excited about Brand Regained, which is actually really cool too. There's like a lot of just good stuff in this pack. And yeah, let's see if we can get Nereus. 1 pack, 1 prayer. Quaches. Well, I said it. I said 1 pack, 1 prayer. What you gonna give me? The monster. Still got it. Still got it. Still got it. Well, might be time for a box reset already. I don't even think I have. Do I have? I think I have 1 copy of Original Simple Spoils. Ah, bless. Bless, bless, bless. Okay. Open packs? That's all I can tell you. Just don't not open packs. Don't not believe. It's not going to happen every time. Sometimes it's going to happen. Sometimes it's going to be you. And if you give up, then it's never going to be you. But if you keep trying, maybe one day it'll be you. Wow. Okay, well, that was cool. And then I could do some crazy stuff. I'm still working on a lot of stuff from here. I don't have everything, but like Rush Duels has crazy stuff too right now. So like Duel Links is going to be a good time. And so the reason I'm so excited on top of the fact that you get Lady. Labyrinth of the Silver Castle has been added as well. Blackwing Full Armor Masters in the game. Like, so much stuff is in the game. But, like, these are the cards that the duelists in the World Championship are going to be used. Not little old me just horsing around in his habitat. Like, real cards for real duelists. That's very exciting. And I can't wait to see what everybody's going to do with that. I'll show you what I'm doing on Rush Duels. We won't, like, do too many Rush Duels because I know not everybody's jam is Duel Links. I understand. That's okay. Different duels for different fools. I meant this fool, not you. I also meant that you weren't a fool, just in case that wasn't clear. But we're fighting a duelist of Japan here. All right. Junbiwa ii desu yo. The stage is set. Win and we'll gain a rank. Could we? Could it be us?
I'm a Sakamutsuba. Full throttle ahead.
I didn't expect to rush duel at this moment. Fine. I'll face you.
Both of the voice actors for this duel are precious
Shogetsu.
people.
Go.
Yesterday's cards, today's Duel Links. Man, those memes, y'all got me. Y'all sent me when all of that was happening. I was like every single one of them. I'm like, wow, okay, hook, line, and sinker. Yes, I'll add Dark Magician from my deck to my hand. Thank you. And the rest of this can go back in the deck. And then I will normal summon. Activate, pay 700. What this does is reveal 4 cards off the top of the deck, and I can add cards that are Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and place the rest on the top of the deck in any order. I will normal summon here. And now we will use Dark Eradicator Sorcerer. Activate, set to card, don't miss it, set to. And I've got my Dark Magician, and turn.
It's my turn. I draw.
end my turn.
My abilities are greater than infinity plus 1.
All right, so gonna add fusion from the deck to the hand. Oh, it's the chromatographs. They did. Speaking of graphs, they changed the font. I don't know if you've been on Duel Links recently, but they changed literally the font here. I've had a lot of friends not notice, but like old font was a little bit more like vertical, and it's a lot more kind of Yu-Gi-Oh-esque.
Ember, the super assistant. I activate the spell card.
All right, ouch.
I'm impressed.
It is Duel Links. I could lose this turn.
I activate Ember, the hyper assistance effect.
All right, thank you, Aichi. Appreciate that. All right, big normal monsters are what this deck does.
Okay. I summon a monster.
I love that even though it's Maddox Sogetsu instead of Gavin Sogetsu, they still kept like the Japanese flair in the music. You can hear shamisen.
Research once more to bring the truth to the fore. Fusion summon.
All right, we fuse them. Oh,
Flame Archer, the super
I think this is the animated one.
I activate Flame Archer.
Gosh, the music's so good. Sorry.
Effect.
I think we might. Our goose may be cooked. So this is like a glass cannon deck, and I'm the glass cannon. You're really supposed to just like destroy them. You actually want to go second. So we didn't rank up. We didn't gain a rank. That's okay. But yeah, I'll go back to my ranked Rush Duel adventures in the future here. But it's pretty good. Like the game's in a really cool, healthy place. I definitely need to work more on my speed duels, and I am going to do that probably off stream. Yeah, I think it is the Salamander. Here, we'll go straight to Mr. Sogetsu. Sogetsu, have I summoned it though? Uh-oh. Submit animation list. Got a Rush Friends. And would be down there. Oh, I have. Okay, yeah, it's the Kamigalize Salamander. So, view.
Emerge from the circles of lore to bring the flames of yore.
Man, look at that little rap artist.
Chemicalized Salamander.
That's pretty good. I still love all the Duel Links animations. Like, Duel Links is still one of the most beautiful Yu-Gi-Oh games ever created. Too many sounds all at the same time. And then obviously the most recent one is pretty cool too.
Faster than the speed of sound and cleave the skies. Air Formula Eagle.
There we go. Little typo. So super excited on that. For real, like it's going to be a great world championship just because all the craziness. I love just playing Dark Magician, whatever format, whether it's good or bad. In the Ryan Yu spirit, you know, he plays it when it's good, he plays it when it's bad, and sometimes it works out. On the Master Duel front, oops, we got disconnected. Undo. There we go. But yeah, no, like honestly, everything in the dueling world feels pretty right now, which is not every day that we're all on the same page. Let me make sure this is right. Got it. And move that over there. And then again, on the TCG side, like I said, haha, microwaves. I will be competing in regionals this weekend. I'm going to vlog all that. And we'll see what I end up doing. I'm playing tunes, not saying what kind of tunes, but I am playing tunes. I mean, you can try. I always play what I have. I never slow down. I always play. If I have one copy of the card in a deck that needs 3, I play one copy until I get the other 3. We did not get anything pumpkin rare. I will play pumpkin. If I get pumpkin, I will play pumpkin. I have a pumpkin t-shirt that needs to be worn on stream while playing it. But not today. Oh. Man, it's so good to see Time Wizard being printed like multiple sets. Yeah, I actually do have like a pretty substantial collection of the pumpkin cards IRL. And I've seen a lot of different builds. I just haven't gotten a chance to play. But yeah, I will definitely play pumpkin if it's time for pumpkin. Then we get Start for Destruction. Only 6 days left, by the way. If you don't have Eniacraft or you don't have the Albaz stuff, you got to get into this pack. You're going to miss Fallen of the White Dragon. You're going to miss Whale Thoughts. It's beautiful, deep Whale Thoughts. Is that a pendulum scale? Is this a pendulum scale? I don't think I ever... I've always noticed, like, the red, but I don't know that I noticed it was a scale. Because it's only in their extended form, so if I go... No, it's not a pendulum scale because that's yellow. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Was getting too excited. But yeah, like, here's the blue shape there from the respective... I want to say that's the green shape, so that would be Ogneria. Yeah, that is Ogneria. Yeah, okay, and it's also like a pyramid in the middle of the desert, which is cool. Make it a little tornado. It is cool to see pendulums like actually work. But I'm gonna go ahead and close Duel Links in the background, make my computer slightly happier, and then well. You know, we got a little bit of time. You know, yeah, I will try to go for the gold here. Duel. And let's see what it feels like to be in Diamond Rank 3. We got Master 4 was our highest rank, I think, last semester at Duel Academy. Tails. We're going second. Has not stopped us before. Well, we'll try to slip one duel in, and then win, lose, or draw. We'll talk about future stuff because we're going to a lot of regionals, and really excited for some upcoming ones as well. Ooh, interesting. Teller Knights. All right, calm down, Walter Jewell. World Championship competitor who recently played Teller Knights in the Genesis Championship at the NAWCQ. Cool guy. Uh-oh, Constellar Caduceus. Are we going to get turn skipped? Well, we ain't got anything in our hands, so we're going to take a walk anyway. Good to stretch, by the way. Make sure you're stretching, too. Oh, there we go. Definitely it's going to take a while for me to like really flex everything out after standing so still in a double-breasted suit. That means having the buttons on both sides. But it was worth it. It was a really good time. You know, one of the most charming moments at the convention when I was Pegasus is there was a little 4-year-old girl who was like, "Are you the wheel Pegasus?" And I just said, "I'm trying my best." And it was so humbling to see like a child, you know what Yu-Gi-Oh is and want to play the game and know the characters already. And her brothers and sisters were there too, and they were all, you know, cool kids for whatever passes for cool at that age. But that was really, you know, just humbling because, you know, when you put on a costume, there's various vibes. Like when I wore Seto Kaiba, people like they see through. It's like, oh, cool Kaiba costume, not Kaiba, cool Kaiba costume. No one says that for Pegasus. It's just Pegasus. And I didn't know that was me. I've always, you know, I've been a lot of different characters from Yami Yugi to Jaden Yuki to Playmaker to people from Rush Duels, right? From Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. Maybe I have half of a Udius Velgear costume somewhere that I still need to finish, right? But it's different when you cosplay stuff like that. I do have more cosplay content coming. Gosh, just some wild times. But it was good. You know, you try to give away as many pieces of yourself as you can while still being a 40-card deck. And I think we did some good out there. So, again, appreciate the trust and faith you guys have always had in me. For real. Oh, my goodness. What a world. What a world. I mean, there were 4 kids there. So you correct that number from 3 to 4, Aichi. But there was a lot of kids that were like really excited, and there was one that just kept asking me like just questions. And it goes to show you that like if you're a duelist and you grew up with this game, like, you know, Jesse Cotton started playing when he was 5 years old, you know, you are gonna say like, what is a trap card? What do the yellow ones do, right? That's been my favorite question of a duelist who's ever asked me that. And that duelist was like 30 plus when they said, what do the yellow ones do? And they had already played and competed in YCS events. And they just had never seen a normal monster. They just, no one showed them a normal monster. Like, what do the yellow ones do? All right. So, let's see. Turn change. We actually got a turn. What are we going to do with it? Nothing, because they turn skipped us. So if you're unsure how that works, this is so wild. Like, that effect is incredible. Due to the card's effect, turn is skipped. So now we're on turn 3 of the duel. So when you play a deck that doesn't have any options like that, you lose. And I think this is so funny that I'm getting this treatment because one of our masters at Duel the Master was playing the turn skip, and the master gets to choose who goes first or second, and he always chose first. And some duelists who are smart enough to run cards that interact, right? You'll hear me when I commentate, I usually say breaks, like Ash Blossom, breaks, Infinite Impermanence, breaks, Dominus Purge, Dominus Impulse, Song of the Dominators, Effect Veiler, like Skullmeister, breaks, 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 breaks. What do I have in my hand? Gas, 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 gas. Not to be confused with the song from Initial D. Gas, gas, gas. But that's what's going on. They do teach you how to read, actually. You know, Aichi, somebody made a comment on my Chaos Origins unboxing video that I did, and they're like, you didn't read the normal monster card text? You're like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I went too fast. Oh no, oh no. I need to slow down. I need to beautifully read the normal monster card text because I love normal monster card text. You know? A huge bug-like monster said to come from another planet. It gathers in swarms. That's Neobug, by the way. And like, I just happen to have that stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's on me. That's on me. We got a nice like 65% on the exam we passed, but I will do much better on the next time I do one of those, I promise. No, I didn't beat all the masters because secretly I am one of the masters, but I'm the deck master. I get to do all the deck building stuff. So my job, beyond when I'm just Pegasus and stuff there, is to really help people find the next step in their career as a duelist wherever they are. So if someone's a beginner duelist, I help them get directed to who it is they need to learn how to play from. Maybe they just want to be a digital duelist. We get them over to Master Duel. Maybe they want to be a deck builder. Maybe they have their deck there. There was a lot of people who had the deck out, and I was literally just going through. I'm like, well, they're probably going to make you go first. We're going to take out these trap cards. That's not going to work. So my glorious purpose, Loki quote, glorious purpose is that I got to help people, grow. And that's so great. To be able to do that for so many days consecutively. By the way, I got turn skip, so, is what it is. What does Pheromone need to work on? Not much. Sometimes you lose a Master Duel. That's game. But, yeah, just a privilege and a really good time, and I know my body probably hates me from all the makeup that I was just strapped in, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So yeah, let's talk about the future, because while we are at the end of July, it is going to be a pretty amazing August, because going back to my roots, so we're just getting back into competitions. So if you are in Oklahoma City on Saturday, see you in the state of Oklahoma on Saturday for some reason. If you're in, and by the way, for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional Championship that I'll be competing in, and vlogging too, we're going to take this camera, we're going to take this actually on the road. And then for the following week, that will be August 8th. August 8th, I'll be in Dallas for the Epic Regional Championship in Fort Worth. So basically it's Dallas, but let me find the schedule real fast. So Chaos Origins Regional, just to make sure that I'm not missing any dates here. And I'll be competing in both of those. I've judged for 20-something years, and I still love my judge family dearly. And I do judge at the remote events. So the remote YCS was my last premier event I judged, which was about 9 months. No, not 9 months ago. 7 months ago. 7 months ago. But seeing what other Texas-based regionals we've got coming up. The next one is the one I'll be at as well. So August 1st, Oklahoma City, August 8th, Fort Worth, Texas, which is basically Dallas. And then don't let anyone, I'm not trying to get into the politics of Fort Worth and Dallas when I say basically. I meant geographically speaking. It's closer than Miami, right? Fort Worth is closer to Dallas than Miami is, or New York City, or Los Angeles. Then, I will check that in a second, actually. Then on September 5th, I will be casting, not competing, but casting the Game Guys Regional Championship. And I have actually some really exciting stuff to tell you about that. It'll be me. It'll be fellow YCS commentator Steven Rodriguez. And this is fresh, and I haven't said this to anybody ever. So you guys get to hear it first. We are going to be joined for a couple of rounds by two-time World Championship competitor Aditya Dorab. He was first place in 2024's NAWCQ. He was second place in 2025's NAWCQ. And he's still a nice duelist that you see actually going to locals all the time. So he is going to try on that hat and see how it feels, and he's done a lot of content before, and including on the broadcast. So that'll be neat. It'll be neat to help other people grow and get to experience some of the cool stuff that I have got to experience, and that was just neat. So helping people's Yu-Gi-Oh! Dreams come true, that's the job. So that feels pretty cool. There's a bunch of other stuff coming up, right? There's the World Championship. Can't wait to watch that too. That's gonna be a hype time. So yeah, there's some really cool stuff coming up. And then in October, there's everything planned. There might be some New York Comic-Con stuff. I will be at YCS Houston. Already got my hotel room booked. I'm not competing in that one. I'm probably going to be, doing what I do. But I'm really excited to see the Houston scene, especially after visiting them for the Houston Regional, because that's the big call-up, right? Everybody dreams of winning that YCS. And when you're at every single Houston Regional, it means something to watch 400 duelists out of the thousands that are there. Be like, oh, there's that guy. There's that guy. There's that guy. Good for him. Good for him to see him at the top table. So that's exciting too. November, I know we're looking a little far in the future. is also going to be YCS Orlando, and then December there's the remote duel YCS. Maybe you'll hear my voice from a judge call. But yeah, just the next couple of weeks there's going to be a lot of stuff, and I'm going to try to be more active on the camera since I've been doing a lot of traveling. I'm sorry, it's been fun. It has been fun. It's been a really good time because it gives me a chance to meet a lot of you duelists in person. And I'm me. If you meet me in person, you're not getting anything different. You were expecting me to be like the batteries are drained. I am alive and well and dueling. And that's a cool vibe to be in, you know? And I've caught myself just doing weird stuff for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I took a walk the other day. And you're going to be like, wait, whoa, where is the story going? Then you pull the Game Boy Advance. I took a walk yesterday, and I just watched. It was literally working Game Boy Advance here. I'm gonna pull this up. Let me see if I can get it going. Come on. Past the credit sequence. Past the Majesco logo. Pass. Yeah, I was watching this in the middle of the sun. Like, it was like super hot weather. And I am watching Yu-Gi-Oh! On a Game Boy Advance. Like, I am feeling this game and feeling the love. And when you love a game and a community and the community feels like it's doing well, that's a really good time. That's just exceptional. And, you know, there's going to be times where, like, it doesn't go. You're going to have, like, $2 to rub together, and you're going to buy a booster pack on sale, and you're not going to be able to use any of the cards in it at that current time. You never know what will happen in the future. But, you know, maybe you're going to go to a duel and you're going to be like, the fate of the world depends on it, and you're going to join. I'm like, sure could have used this Bolcharmi earlier. We've all been there. But it's not about the individual moment, although one duel at a time is definitely my philosophy when it comes to competing. Like, every duel is a privilege. If you have a chance to sit at a table and you're across from somebody that's working just as hard as you are and everything happens for them and nothing happens for you, that's technically a really good time for them. So just be supportive. It'll be you eventually, right? You got to see one pack, one prayer on Duel Links, so we pulled a Poplar. Surprise. But give it time. Give it time and it'll be your day. And if it's not, if you quit, it'll never be your day. But if you keep going, it'll eventually be your day. And that's like the lessons we learned on this stream. Back when Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't even the only thing we streamed. Although I have always loved Yu-Gi-Oh! That's very obvious from, like, the embarrassing photos we've been showing throughout the stream. It really is my philosophy to just keep at it. Keep at it, because fighting for the sake of fighting, dueling for the sake of dueling, that's a vibe where that's when the new experiences start happening. So keep up with that. But that was deep and philosophical, so now it's time for a funny meme. You are all free now. Bye! You know the drill, friends. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here because you're all free now. Have a great rest of your week. Catch you online. Message me anytime. I'm just another duelist. I may not be able to help, but at least there's somebody at the other end of the line. I'm going to go ahead and relax for the evening. But remember, if you're in Oklahoma City, I'll see you there Saturday, and in Dallas, Fort Worth the following week, and on the stream, and on the YouTube channel, and everywhere else. But until then, take care.